So, grade 6 girls, let us begin. Let us continue our lesson, endocrine system, where yesterday you have learned the names of the glands which release hormone like thymus, thyroid, adrenal glands, pancreas, ovaries, which are responsible for growth, which are responsible for making you smile, making you laugh. It's all present in different parts of the body where it releases hormones that are some kind of chemical which is responsible for the specific function. Now, how are hormones level controlled? How can you control them? The endocrine system keeps the body's internal environment in homeostasis. I told you that they maintain the homeostasis. The amount of hormone in the bloodstream have opposites effect on body cells usually, and that is called the feedback mechanism. There are two types of feedback. One is positive and one is negative. There are two types of feedback. One is positive and the other is negative. In negative feedback, the effect of a hormone in the body cause the release of that hormone to be turned down. The effect of hormone in the body, it caused the release of that hormone to be turned down. What does that mean? That means, I remember I told you hyper and hypo. Do you remember the word hyper, that is going up, and hypo is coming down? Example, when I eat food, my blood sugar goes up. Why? Because insulin is released and blood sugar levels are. First of all, when I eat food, my blood sugar goes up. In my blood, the sugar level is high. But at the same time, your pancreas or your liver, it happens in pancreas actually, it increased in it, it releases insulin, a hormone which lowers the blood sugar. And for those people who they do not release this hormone properly, they are diabetes. They have diabetes. Now, once this happens, the lower blood sugar levels tell the pancreas to stop releasing insulin. Once my body has maintained it's okay now, they'll say stop releasing insulin, don't make it more low, because if it make more low, again that's a problem. So in other words, when the proper level of blood sugar is reached, the insulin releasing cells are turned off. I'm going to again explain you this, girls. Now see, once you eat food, what happens? Because your food have sugar, sugar increase in blood once you eat food. Now, pancreas, meanwhile, release insulin. Now, what does this insulin do? It is trying to lower this sugar. It decreases sugar level. But till when? Will it decrease all of the sugar? No. Till the time it maintains homeostasis. Again, when you eat food, sugar gets high in the blood. Pancreas will release some hormone called as insulin. That is nothing but lowering the blood sugar until when? Until the proper blood level sugar is reached. And then insulin is turned off. It doesn't release in the pancreas. Did you understand?
Yes.
In positive feedback, the effects of a hormone stimulate the release of more hormone. For example, the hormone oxytocin stimulates contraction of the uterus, When a fetus matures in the uterus, both its mother produces oxytocin. Because this one I will try to explain you in the next lesson, because we have reproductive system, and there you will check how it happens. So this is the negative feedback, and this is the positive. The positive one I will explain you later. Please read about hormone imbalance, Fatin.
Okay, miss. The hormones imbalance disorder of the endocrine system occur when an endocrine gland makes too much or not enough of hormones. For example,
1 minute. When do disorder means something wrong when happens inside my body. When either my hormone is releasing more and any disease is getting hyper, or it is releasing less to get hypo. For example, a person whose pancreas does not make enough insulin has a condition called type 1 diabetes. Sometimes the pancreas do not release insulin, so their blood sugar is high. That type is called as type 1 diabetes. A person who has diabetes may need daily injections of insulin to keep blood sugar level within the safe limits. Some patients receive their insulin automatically from the pump worn next to the body. New technology allow people with diabetes type 1 to take insulin using inhaler. Even you have nowadays inhaler of insulin, guys. This is the new technology. Yes, Fatin, please read out nerve damage, or somebody else can read. Ghalia, you can read the nerve damage.
Miss, can you hear her? I can't hear her.
No. Is she reading? Did she reply?
I don't know. No, miss, I can't hear her
Alia?
voice.
Yeah. Come on, continue reading, Yavatin. Disorders of the nervous system.
She's saying I'm reading.
She's reading? No, we cannot hear her at all. Leave it. Vatin, you continue.
Okay. Nerve damage. Disorder of the nervous system include Parkinson's disease,
Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease.
Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis of spinal cord injury.
Injury. Continue. In Parkinson's disease.
Okay. In Parkinson's disease, the cells that control movement are damaged. Multiple sclerosis affect the brain ability to send signals to the rest of the body. A spinal cord injury may block information to and from the brain. For example, impulses coming from the feet and legs may be blocked. People with such an injury cannot sense pain in their legs. The person would also not be able to move his or her legs because impulses from the brain could not get past the injury site.
Okay. Now see, there is one Parkinson's disease and there is one spinal cord injury also. So first I want to show you video today of Parkinson's disease. See this video first. This is because of imbalance hormones, girls. Imbalance hormones. What happens when the brain is not sending the signal? Usually it happens in the old age.
Parkinson's is the second most common neurodegenerative disease after Alzheimer's. The most visible features of this disease are a slowness of movement, muscle rigidity, and tremors at rest. There are also many
shake
often
their hand.
debilitating non-motor symptoms, some of which may present before the motor problems. Parkinson's affects many areas of the nervous system and different types of neurons. However, much focus has been placed on neurons in brain regions associated with the overt motor symptoms, notably a region of the midbrain called the substantia nigra pars compacta. This region forms part of a major pathway in the brain that's critical for facilitating movement. In Parkinson's, dopaminergic neurons in the substantia nigra gradually die, leading to the malfunction of this pathway and the characteristic motor problems. Drugs that replace or mimic dopamine are often used to treat these motor deficits, but they grow less effective over time. Deep brain stimulation may also be used to treat symptoms. However, no current treatment slows the neurodegeneration. A distinctive pathology in most cases of Parkinson's is clumps of misfolded proteins within neurons. Lewy bodies are the most common type. A characteristic component of these is a misfolded protein called alpha-synuclein. These molecules can form small repeated units called oligomers, or longer fibrils. Mounting evidence indicates that these are toxic to neurons and play a key role in driving Parkinson's. Unwanted proteins are normally cleared by the cell's different types of protein-degrading machinery. Some evidence points to these systems being overwhelmed by misfolded alpha-synuclein, and this might be a key factor in what killed the neurons. Parkinson's has also been linked to problems with mitochondria. Mitochondria provide cells with the energy to perform vital functions. They're highly dynamic and can fuse together or break up into smaller versions in response to a cell's energy
I
demand.
just wanted you all
System
to
develop
know
pathology.
that it is how it is related to brain and how the patient reacts to it. Okay, this is what I wanted you to know.
Okay.
Hormones have specific action by attaching to receptors, girls, on target cell. Dash feedback mechanism, that is negative feedback mechanism, is when the hormone turn off the production of that hormone, turn off, like insulin stopped releasing insulin, so it is a negative feedback. Nerve cells called as neuron, they carry electrical messages. What are the messages called as? Impulses. Nerve cell called neurons carry electrical messages that are called as impulses. So that's it for today, girls. Any other here? The dash is made up of brain and spinal cord, central nervous system. Gland in the dash send messages to target cells. Glands in the receptors. Now rest, I'll be sending you answers now. And
Is in the website or in the...
No, I'll send you only math answers. I'm sending on the website. Rest science I will send you on the WhatsApp, because I have to take